As I stated when I made my video a couple days ago, I wanted to start by doing book reviews, and I will. I'm going to start with Sir Oswald Mosley's books, Fascism for the Million and Fascism 100 Questions Asked and Answered. Now, essentially, both of these books are the same books. What I will say is if you are new to fascist ideology, read them, because what you'll see is fascism is not a far-right ideology or a far-left ideology. If anything, fascism is most similar to nationalistic progressivism, such as that of Franklin Roosevelt or Theodore Roosevelt, that type of, where it's staunch nationalism, cultural and social conservatism, and scientific progressivism. Okay, and that's what you need to understand. Now, in Fascism 100 Questions Asked and Answered, it's great because he shows how fascism is the answer to every problem in Great Britain at that time, pre-World War II. Okay, so he shows how it would answer every problem that's wrong with Britain, or pretty much every imaginable problem with Britain at the time, and how fascism would be the answer for that. Now, the difference is, I think what you need to understand is Mosley's fascism is Anglo-fascism, is what I'll call it. It's not Italian fascism. There are key differences in the two. Mosley's fascism is based in British culture, in Anglo-Saxon culture, in Anglo-Saxon history, as it would have to be. Now, this is what I've explained. In the United States, the two types of third positionism that would work would be fascism and or justicialism. And the reason why, of course, it would be a blending of these with our culture in the United States. Now, the culture in the United States is sort of an Anglo-Saxon or an Anglo-Germanic, if you will, progressive secularism, which is codified in our Constitution. And people don't want to buy that. They don't want to believe that. But why is fascism and justicialism what would work? Well, because they're not racially oriented per se. Now, in Mosley's Anglo-fascism it is, but in the United States the problem is we have had a multi-ethnic and multi-racial country for a very long time. Even when we were white, an all-white country, the divergent cultures in this country that formed the unified culture that we would call American culture were very diverse, and still are, because our country is so large, regionally speaking, due to the different ethnic groups in the different areas. For example, Pennsylvania has a heavy German population, so we're very influenced by the Germans. In Appalachia, it's very Scotch-Irish. In New York, it's very Dutch. In New England, it's very British, particularly English, actually. So we have various cultures, various ethnicities, various groups that make up what is America. Now, with America, the other big group in America, besides the whites, and which are now basically outnumbering the whites, are Hispanics. So there's going to have to be some kind of agreement between the two largest groups, and a cultural meeting of the two. So that's why I've always said that justicialism and or fascism would work in the United States. It's ridiculous. I get in arguments on social media all the time with people that go, fascist countries and this, and fascist countries that, and da da da. There's only ever been one actually fascist country, and that's the Fascist Republic of Italy, under Benito Mussolini. Now, what people forget is Franco's Spain was not fascist, it was nationalistic. National Socialist Germany was not fascist, it was National Socialist. It was literally a blending of Bolshevik, capitalist, and fascistic ideas into its own Germanic thing. In fact, National Socialist Germany is more similar to the United States, I think, than anything else, except for Justicialist Argentina. What makes Justicialist Argentina more similar to the United States is the way that it's multi-ethnic. Now, in the United States, it would have to be some kind of new third positionism. And in fact, we don't even need to call it third positionism. We can call it, progressivism, true progressivism. Just simply revive true progressivism. And that's all for this video. Read the books. I'm going to leave links to where I purchased them. Or actually I purchased them off Amazon. You can get them off Amazon. But I'm going to leave links to reviews of the books. And I'm going to leave links to a couple of Mosley's ideas and concepts, videos in the description.